The Art Reflection Worksheets unit comes with information about how to reflect on your own art, the big ideas behind art reflection, an art reflection cycle, an art movement web search page, and more than 15 graphic organizers for students to record reflective thinking and musings about their own artworks. All of the graphic organizers follow my art reflection cycle and are the same or similar questions as found in my art critique and reflection task cards product to allow for consistency in wording and your amazing art classroom. This is a sample of some of the pages you will find in this unit. The first thing you are going to find is an art reflection title page. This can be used if you're having students keep their thinking and their worksheets in a Deepening or binder. Alternatively, you can cut out the frame and glue this into a sketchbook, which is of 8.5 by 11 or larger. Some of the pages you are going to find are these. So the big ideas and inquiry questions. So growth as an artist requires time and patience and reflection. Or, as one of the questions, how can reflecting on my own art influence and progress my own artistic practice? There's graphic organizers for their questions and wonders about art reflecting. So they can ask any burning questions here, which you can answer to allow for clarification. There is an art reflection cycle where students are going to look, analyze, describe, conclude, and reflect on their own thinking. And of course, this keeps going on and on throughout their artistic careers, even if they become professional artists. There is a page for their own reflective questions, so things they can ask their own selves to help improve both their artistic practice and style. And then we have 15 different graphic organizers. So these questions, some of them are the same questions as found on my task cards product, or some of them are similar, okay? And this is to allow for consistency in wording that you use in your art classroom to allow for student understanding and to prevent any confusion. So for example, you could ask about mediums and materials they use to create their artwork, processes they use to create their artwork, elements and art principles of design. Of course, it's very important to ask what elements of art did they include in their artwork, or what principles of design, and more importantly, why is this important to the artwork, and how does it reflect or influence the meaning in their work. They can talk if there's any parts that seem real or surreal, and then after creating their artwork, has their style or practice changed in any way? Did it stay the same? Explain your thinking. They can analyze their artwork. As you may notice, a lot of the wording matches what is found in the art reflection cycle. How does the title of your artwork influence your piece? Artists name their artworks in a variety of different ways. In my own artistic practice, as I am a professional artist outside of being both Miss Artastic and an art teacher, I always have my titles be a part of the piece in some way. They talk about the artwork and I usually use sarcasm or humor as I create lowbrow artwork, but I think it's very important for people to really think about how the title of their artwork actually influences their own art piece. And what emotion would you like your viewers to feel upon viewing your own artwork? Then going deeper, did they use symbols? Does this artwork describe the current time or culture that we live in? Can it tell us about the present or some things about the future? Concluding, what goals did you have for yourself when creating this artwork? Is this artwork important to you? Does it reflect personal experience? What are strengths in your artwork? What worked well? What could be improved on? Is there anything that you would like to change in the artwork? Sometimes I stick some fun graphic organizers in. So this is a reflect. I have two different reflective pieces. One is a journal. This one is a magazine design cover. So reflect on the artwork. Where can you go from here? How has your thinking changed? What have you learned? Did you meet a personal goal? Draw a picture and include statements or reflective writings about your accomplishment. Show your thoughts after you have reflected with your own drawings on the magazine cover below. Write headings that describe your reflective thoughts and what you have learned from creating this piece. I've also included 2 different writing papers for musings about artwork, where students can write in length about their artwork in a reflective way. So these are just some of the pages that are found inside the product, not all of them, but this way you can see a little bit more about what you might find in the product before you purchase it. Now, when you use this, you can choose to just have students use pencil to fill in the information, or you can let them be creative after they're put into their do-it-tangs, binders, sketchbooks. You can always allow them to add some color, either with felts, pencil crayons, or whatever materials you choose to allow them. Just so that way they can add their own personal touch to some of the information that they are learning in their classroom.